The euro yen for the week of October the 11th. We are initially short the euro yen from 131, which is our structure point, and that is the only losing position that we have. We were short from 131, and now we are trading back to 132.18. Looking at the daily chart, as you can see that our selling point was on a trade below the 131 when the market came back and traded above that structural point, and now pushing to test the 132.20. That here, any trade above the 132.20 is going to be our exit on the euro yen. So we're going to close our position in the euro yen on a trade above the 132.20, and we probably are going to reverse and go long if the euro stays above the 132.20. So the 132.20 is now a reversal point, and that also confirms the selling that we have seen, or the short covering that we are anticipating in the dollar yen. Since the euro is the strongest pair versus the yen, that's why we had the biggest move, even though this is a 250 pip move, and the move in the dollar was, the dollar range was about over 100 pips that day. So that would confirm the short covering that's coming in, or the selling that's coming into the yen. So we will be closing that position above 132.20, and we are going to initiate a long in the euro yen above 132.20. This is as I said, a 200 pip day, over a 200 pip day, so that's a big range day, and therefore the rules of the big range day trade is going to come into play. And I will be looking only to buy the euro yen on a trade above the opening range. So I'll be waiting for the Tokyo session. I will not be taking any shorts that's coming out of the range. On the contrary, I will be taking any buy that's coming out. So I will be buying the first breakout, but I will not be selling the first breakout to the downside. If one would like to initiate a short, your short should be below the 131.80, i.e. this is about 50 pips away from our current position. So you have to wait for 50 pips before you even begin to consider taking a short in the euro yen. On a trade above the 132.20, now that would be, as I said, a trend reversal, and you're looking at least at a minimum for a test of the 134.400. So you have, on a trade to the upside, you have about 250 pips to the upside before you consider to take profits. So you don't want to cut your profits short. You just want to let them run as long as you see the momentum coming in to the into the euro yen, or there is any serious selling that's coming into the yen. So now we're going to set up our radar screen. I just want to make a correction. As I said, our selling point is going to be not 131.80, but actually it was I put the line by error. So our short is going to be a trade below 131.65, or we have a congestion of lines over here, the 65 and 55. So if you want to be on the safe side, you want to go short. This was the line that we set from last week, to only go short below the 131.50, which gave us this very decent move, and that was our reversal to take it to the long side. So the 131.50 has paid before, so it should pay us again. So in this case, my short, I'm correcting the short entry to go short below 131 50. So alright, so just to recap, I'm not going to take the short or the long out of the euro yen. I will only take a trade above the 132.20. My short will be below the 131.50.